Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my 2024 college football Week 12 prop picks and best bets. So I have 10 great prop picks for you, along with two best bets. Super excited about this week because we have a lot of information that we're going on. Every pick on this show, except one, the average for the season is higher than the number they gave us on Prize Picks, which means we're getting a lot of value here. We're getting constant discounts, and we love discounts here in the prop market. And this week, we're going to get 10 out of 10. We're going to cash out big, and we're all going to get rich this week. I have a great feeling about this week. Probably my favorite 10 picks of all year long. I'm just going to be honest with you because the data has been there, and I think that the market has overcorrected themselves. And I think this is our opportunity to really come in and cash. With that being said, I also have two best bets for you. We'll get to those later. And I love those picks as well for the reasons I'm going to explain to you. But I also want to go over my picks from last week. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that, see how we did last week. And we're going to talk about how we're going to do this week. But before I do that, let's talk a little bit about, I'm watching the videos, a lot of analytics is showing up, and we got a lot of people watching this channel, a lot of people watching these videos. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. It's free, of course, for you. We did get a lot of subscriptions in the last week or so, and I really appreciate it. About 30 subscriptions in one week. So we're really working towards where we need to go. But the more subscriptions, the more people can see the prop market, and hopefully more people can enjoy these videos and get these information that I'm getting out to you. I'm gonna go ahead and get into how we did last week. 4 for 6, 40%. That's not gonna cut it. We gotta do better in that regard. 53 for 61. We're at 46% win total for the season. 100% transparent. We're gonna go 10 for 10 this week. I have a really good feeling. So hopefully that goes up to 50%. 10 for 10. That seems like a bold statement, but if you kind of listen to me with these picks, you're gonna kind of understand what I mean. First guy is Noah Fafita. You want to get this one in pretty early. He's playing on Friday night. He's a quarterback for Arizona. This dude right here has got a lot of talent, and he's got a lot of talent around him. In my opinion, he has the number one receiver in college football, McMillan, that plays for him. He's hit this number 4 out of 5 times. Like I said, playing with the best college football, best receiver in college football. Houston defense has been decent, but they've shown that they will give up huge plays in the passing game. Hopefully, the weather's a little better this week than it was last week. So some of these numbers were, lower because we didn't have good weather last week. I look for Arizona to kind of open it up this week. They don't have anything to lose. So I think they're gonna go for broke, try to make some plays in this passing game. A lot of opportunities for Noah Fafita. I see him easily cashing this over 240 passing yards. Next guy, we're gonna go with the running back, Woody Marks from USC. This guy's been a straight up beast for them this week. He's been an absolute horse all year long. But he's playing with a new quarterback for USC this week. They went in and benched Miller Moss. So with the new quarterback coming in, I see them leaning more on Marks to run the football. Also, I see this quarterback, you know, not being able to see the field as well as he's getting into the system. So he's going to do a lot of check downs to Woody Marks, who's going to make plays for him in the receiving game. So the implied total is set at 30. I see Marks getting, anywhere from 24 to 25 touches. He's averaging about 22 touches. So I really love this number for him. I think the usage rate will be there. I got him over 121 rush plus receiving yards. Next guy is Cade Klubnik. We're going back with Cade Klubnik. We went with him last week. He didn't cash, but then again, he was almost playing in a rainstorm. So with this week, I think he's going to have a lot better weather for him to kind of like take care of business. Pitt's defense is struggling. They're coming off two straight losses. They're giving up 253 passing yards this season. Like I said, secondary, I don't know what's going on in the last two games, but they've really been struggling. Better weather for Cade, 25 plus pass attempts, in my opinion. He's got a 9 point lead. The applied total is going to be pretty high for Clemson as well. So average passing yards is 252. Man, they got him at 246. So once again, way lower than his average, lower than the projection. I like Clay Klubnik this week to go over 246.5. Next guy is Jalen Daniels. 2 weeks in a row, he's cashed for us after kind of not doing his thing early in the year. Um, you look at his last four pass plus rush yards, he's got 363, 275, 305, and 274. So needless to say, he's been tearing it up. BYU does have a good defense, but they don't have a great secondary. That's where they probably struggle the most. KU's coming off a huge upset versus Iowa State. I think they keep this momentum going. Jalen Daniels and this offense is finally humming. So I really like his over 237 passing plus rushing yards. Next guy is Riley Leonard from Notre Dame. Now, Riley Leonard is a guy that has played really well this season, but he's done a lot of running. So his average passing yards is just 175. I got him projected at 225. He's the only guy that we picked where his average is lower than the number that Prize Picks gave us. But the reason why I like Riley Leonard is simple. He is playing against a Virginia defense that is giving up 282 passing yards. Uh, they are towards the bottom of college football in defense versus passing yards. Notre Dame's supposed to score 37 points. That's their implied total. So, this number looks really, really good when you add those factors in. I'm trusting that Leonard gets more opportunities because Notre Dame decides to open up the offense a little bit. They need a couple style points here. I don't think they want this to be a close game, but I also think they're going to try to open it up just a little bit. So I like his over 215.5 passing yards for Riley Leonard. Next guy is Aaron Anderson, LSU product. He's the second receiver behind Lacey, but with the number they gave him, it's super low compared to his average receiving yards at 71. Florida's given up 254 passing yards, uh, which makes them towards the bottom of college football. LSU would look to get a lot better than they did this last week. Last week they struggled on offense. Quarterback was throwing picks left and right. But once again, they were playing in a weather storm. So now hopefully this weather's a little bit better for them this week. I like this over 54.5 receiving yards, which is way below his average. I see the quarterback kind of finding ways to get him the football, and they're just kind of picked them apart this week. I really like LSU. Next guy is Carson Beck. He also was dealing with some bad weather last week. But this week he's going to have no Travis Etienne, who's a huge blow. I don't see Georgia being able to run the football at all this week. I do see a major bounce back for Carson Beck. Tennessee will be scoring the football, so I think he's going to have to put the ball in the air. Never underestimate this man. Average passing yards at 276, projected passing yards is 267. I got him over 257 passing yards, which is way below his average for the season. Next guy is Shedeur Sanders. Don't be alarmed by the number. He is that good. He's playing against a team, Utah, that's going to stop Colorado from running if they even try. I don't see them trying very much, but I don't see them succeeding. So, with that being said, I see 35 plus passing attempts for Shedeur, high usage rate. He didn't get over 300 last week. He should get there this week. Deion's, got this team rolling. He has really good receivers, probably four solid receivers that can make plays for him as well. So I like his over 313 passing yards. I think it's too low for a guy that's going to throw the ball as much as he is. Taylor Green from Arkansas, average passing yards 246, projected at 231. Here's another guy that's going to be lower. His average is going to be higher than the number they gave us on Prize Picks. Super light. I like this number because yes, he has struggled recently. So I'm definitely taking that into account. But this Texas defense is really good versus the run. I'm not too sure how they're going to do versus the pass. Um, he's going to have to come in and make plays. Let's be honest. Armstrong, his receiver, is going to catch some good passes for him. He's not going to be able to run the football. So I really like his passing. If he doesn't get benched for whatever reason, like he has been, I like his over 207 passing yards. Looking for a huge bounce back spot for him. Last prop play for the today is going to be Kevin Jennings from SMU. This guy's been tearing it up since he's took over as starting quarterback. Average passing yards is at 231. You could just see the confidence coming off of him when he gets on the field, not just with him, but with his teammates as well. 5 out of 5, he's hit this number. Team total set at 34. Uh, Defense is allowing about 265 passing yards. Even though Boston College has a tendency to slow the game down, they're 115th in defense versus the pass. I definitely think he's going to hit this number with ease. Even though his number is really close to his average, you got to kind of look and see how many games he's played. In some of these games, he wasn't starting. So I like his over 230 passing yards for Kevin Jennings. Now to my best bets. We got Oregon versus Wisconsin. I got Wisconsin plus 14 coming off a bye. This team has pride. Oregon, to me, is not as good as people think they are. I think this is a lot of points to be laying versus a Wisconsin team that's had a whole week to kind of get better. Plus, they've coming off of huge losses as well. They've been embarrassed all year. I expect them to slow this game down, play really well on defense and limit the possessions. Keep this game close. I like Wisconsin plus 14. UTSA versus North Texas. I like the under 72.5. That number's too high. Even though they're playing indoors, even though there's really bad defense going on, too many bad things can happen to stop you from getting to 73 points. One team could decide to start running the football. It can be a blowout either way. There's so many things that can happen that can make this an under. So with that being said, I'm going to stick with my under 72.5. Now to my recap. Got Fafita over 240, Marks over 121, Klubnik over 246, Daniels over 237, Leonard over 215, Anderson over 54.5, Beck over 257, Sanders over 313, Green over 207 passing yards, and Jennings over 230 passing yards. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video. Really does really good things for the algorithm. If you like the video, more people can see it. And like I said, it's free to like. It's also free to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to run it up, trying to get to 500 by the end of this year. We're getting close. So if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like it and go ahead and subscribe. And like I always say, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and less cash.